Welcome back. As Ondo State in southwest Nigeria gears up for its upcoming governorship poll, it appears that the internal wranglings within the ruling All Progressives Congress since the death of its former governor and the elevation of the office of the deputy is far from over. This is apparent in the party's upcoming primaries and leadership. Now joining me on the news to discuss this is Chief Olushola Alexander, Senior Advocate of Nigeria and the Southwest Director, APC Presidential Campaign Organization in 2019, and also the National Deputy Director, Legal Committee of the Tinubu Shettima Presidential Campaign in 2023. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Now, what do you make, or what's your take on the current leadership of the party at the state level? Is it daring enough and also inclusive, or do you think it's been somewhat hijacked?
Well, thank you very much. The sudden exit of a brother, a friend, former governor of Ondo State, now departed, Arákùnrin Akérédolú, changed a lot of narratives in the party and in the government of the state. It brought about parity and disparity. It elevated and de-elevated. And it's like the center was no longer holding. But I want to assure you and the general public that there's nothing to be scared about within the party. Aspirants are juggling for support from members. All I have said, and I believe, is that the party leadership must be very strong, must be in charge, because unlike when Akérédolú was there, we no longer have a center that is uninterested, that is dispassionate, that could be fair or just in providing leadership. So it is a beacon on the party leadership to rise and be able to face the challenges. I believe that aspirants are very mature. We are all dignified people. The governor now has occupied a leadership position. We have senators among us. We have a member of House of Representatives. Others have as well in their different endeavors. I think all of us must appreciate the need for the supremacy of the party and to place the interest of the party above personal interest. God helping us, we should be able to say true with minimum acrimony.
All right. Now, do you think that the current governor has been able to somewhat unify the party since the passing of the past governor? And of course, how do you think this is also rubbing off on the state as a whole?
Well, at the moment, we do not have a leadership that is bringing everybody together. And it is understandable because the governor that emerged after the demands of Governor Akérédolú is personally interested to have the ticket of the party in April, and therefore is no longer in a position to provide central leadership. And he has, of course, one way expecting to undertake actions which will advance his aspiration. And those actions are necessarily inconsistent with the interests of other aspirants. And therefore, he cannot now be regarded as a rallying point for the party. That notwithstanding, we must draw a line between governance and administration of the party. He will continue to govern the state as is obliged to do under the Constitution, but he cannot, at this moment, because of his interest, his aspiration, which is legitimate, he cannot provide a central leadership for everybody in the party. And when you view that vis-a-vis actions that are being taken at the moment from the government end, it has become necessary for the party structure in the state, especially the state working committee, to rise above board, be bold, courageous, and be able to hold the party together. And if that happens, I think we will surmount all the problems.
As somebody who worked closely with the former governor, that's Governor Akeredolu, and also one that, is vying for office as an aspirant yourself, what are you clamoring for, ahead of the primaries?
I think this is general among the aspirants. All of us are looking forward to a party primary that is free and fair, where goalposts will not be shifted after the commencement of the match. We are looking forward to a situation where we will be allowed, especially now that the party has decided for direct primaries, where power has shifted with the grassroots, as against the hitherto practice, where a few individuals will just sit in the comfort of their rooms, generate 5 delegates, and impose on the party. The leadership of the party must ensure that the will of the people prevails. And once this is done, the outcome of the primary will be acceptable to everybody. No doubt I'm one of the aspirants, and that was the high point of my discussion with the party yesterday when I visited to notify them of my intention to run, to pick the ticket of the party come April. I emphasized the need for the party to be fair to all concerned, to maximize fairness and minimize bitterness in the course of conducting the primary. The outcome of the primary must evoke confidence, must evoke acceptability, and must be a product of fairness and equity. Once that is done, I believe that our party will be together and we can win any election in the state.
All right. Thank you so much for your time on the news, Chief Olushola Alexander, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Once again, thank you.
You're welcome.